That's for one. He's not my type, okay? Secondly, Erica calls Eric all the time about cars, about relationships, about all type of stuff. We do that amongst our friend group. So it was so innocent. Y'all stop trying to make it like, oh, Sierra shouldn't have been on the phone with him. If there was something that we did, that's something that we did. Y'all stop with the negative. Stop acting like, oh, I would have never been on the phone with my friend guy. Y'all call you know, in a real world, if your friend going through something with her guy, your friend be like, call him, see what he say. That's just a thing. So when I called Safaree, it was so innocent. We was talking about business because I was actually trying to get my money through this Bitcoin, something that I had did with Eric, and I was trying to, and Safaree knew about it. He knew, like, he was inside of the little money group with us. So I was like, Safaree, help me get my money back. He was like, okay, cool. I was like, cause me and Eric, I'm not about to be messing with him. I'm not about to be messing with him like that. I'm good, you know, I'm good on him. I'm trying to get away from him. He was like, okay, sis, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna get in touch with the people and see what you need to do to get your money back. Cool. Then all of a sudden, Safaree started texting me. Where my other phone at? Because I'm about to let y'all see the text. Because one thing I don't do, I might be a little crazy. I might have guy problems, but I don't lie. I'm a real street girl from the west side of Atlanta. And I don't got one thing, like, I don't play. I don't play with people. I don't play with lies. I don't do none of that. Like, I don't do that. And I've made too much money from the bottom. I ain't fucked my way to the top. Yeah, I've been in relationships. Yeah, I have been with different men. Husbands. I've been married 2 times. I was with Shooter 8-9 years. I was with Eric and for three years. I don't play men. I don't play none of that, right? So when I was asking him, he was like, yes, sis, yeah, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. Yes, I am gonna show it because my character is everything for me. Like, I'm really going through a healing journey. And y'all not gonna, I have a daughter in here that I've worked my ass off to take care of. And she watched me go through so much stuff. I owe this to my baby. Y'all not gonna be pinning nothing on me saying, oh, you trying to mess with Safaree. I'm not trying to mess with no ticking ass Safaree. That was like a brother to me. He danced too much. He's corny. All that bumper clock, that is not, I don't like that. That's not me. So, Paris. My baby right here. It's so sad that we have to do stuff like this. It's so sad that we have to do stuff like this. I told him, call me. I said, call me. Don't tell Eric I told you to call me, because remember, I was trying to get my money back from the Bitcoin, and me and Eric money is together. So I was like, don't tell Eric I call you. This is my close sister's husband. So I'm not thinking nothing behind it. And then I told him I had to call him. I told him to call. We end up talking. And so he was like, okay, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to help you get it back. And then we hung up. He called me and was like, we need to talk. And I was like, well, I'm with my pastor and my best friend. We're doing prayer right now. I can't talk. I'm thinking he got some information about my money. Y'all know I'm a real money monster. I'm thinking he got some information about my money. But he's like, I told him I was going to call him back. And then so he texted me. He said, don't forget to call me when you're done. Because I told him I was done. I was praying. And I would call him when I get done praying.
They said Paris style of grown folks business. I am grown folks business.
So I said, he said, don't forget to call me when you're done. I said, I'm not, because I really need my own account. I was telling him I really need my own account because I wanted my own Bitcoin account so I could get away from Eric. Now, all of this come up because I want to get away from Eric. He said, between me and you, between me and you, I'm glad you're on the time you're on. So he's talking about, he's glad I'm on the time I'm on with breaking up with Eric. So I didn't think nothing. I'm like, all right, Safaree, shut up. Then he said, I want to talk to you later. Can you talk? I'm like, so at this point, I'm thinking, what's going on? What's going on? Time I just turned up. The enemy on you. The enemy is on me, but I rebuke him in the name of Jesus. It's got to be a big blessing that's about to come. It got to be a blessing that's about to come. But as y'all can see, Safaree said, between me and you, I'm glad you're on the time you on. I didn't say nothing. He texted back at 5:40 and said, I want to talk to you later. He texted back and said, at 7:44, and I'm gonna post this. He text back and said at 7:44, can you talk? So I'm like, is it an emergency? By this time, I started cooking for Ghetto Girl Eats. By this time. So then my mom, you was there. I called him back. I was like, bro, what's up? Because he's trying to surprise Erica with a birthday dinner, or he trying to get back with her, and they've been working it out. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get on the phone with this fool, and he's talking about he like me and he want to be with me.
I remember that.
You remember Paris?
Because you was like, he wanted to be in a relationship with me. And we was all so shocked. You remember that, Paris?
Yeah,
at the old house.
At the old house, yes. So he was like, everybody talk about it's so messy, but they still tuned in. But at the end of the day, y'all, like I said, no, it's not about getting off live. It's crazy how, for one, I'm a black girl, and everybody said I was lying. The proof right there in the pudding. But we filming about this on Love and Hip Hop. Y'all was gonna see it eventually. But, everybody was like, oh, Sierra lying, she lying. One thing about it, baby, I've made money for the last 6 years. I struggled my ass off, me and this little girl. We was broke, we was homeless. If I don't have nothing else, I have dignity, pride, and respect. And I'm a real friend. Secondly, when it happened, I called Bambi and my husband at the time, Eric. And it did hurt my friendship. We're all not friends no more, and I don't want to be back their friend. And I'm good. I'm done. And I love them girls like real blood sisters. But I called Eric and I called Bambi. Bambi said, don't say nothing to Erica. Don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Don't say nothing. Act like it didn't happen. I said, okay, cool. I'm not going to say nothing. I called Eric. Eric was like, I'm going to say something.
So Sierra is still beefing up with the former friends, that is Bambi and Erica Mena, plus the man named Safaree. Actually, for me, where I do blame Sierra in all this situation is her coming out and start, talking with a man she knew very, very well that belonged to a friend, and in that moment in time, they were not good. They were not on good terms. As you ladies know each other, you knew Sierra what exactly would lead this up to, because if someone has some issues with their man, and then you, a lady, you start chatting them on a side, ideally it doesn't appear so good. But of course, Sierra is not really very happy with what Bambi, Eric Mena, and of course Safaree put her through, because actually we all know Sierra lost her grandmother just a couple of weeks ago. She was still healing, going through different traumas like you've heard in the video. She has tried to show us the text messages they did exchange between her and Safaree. For me personally, I think Safaree in this situation wanted to take advantage of Sierra gets and maybe try and create something or hook her up and stuff like that. So I do think whatever was going around, Safaree knew exactly what he was doing from a man's perspective. So Sierra gets, is actually going through all this drama, but of course we'll be waiting to see how this drama unfolds. However, they aired her interaction with a friend, and actually that interaction went viral throughout different people. So about that issue of hitting up on her, she assumes that that interaction was not to be aired to the public. So setting the record straight via her official Instagram page, like you can see on the screen, she has come out and said that the said discussion was supposed to stay between her and her two female co-stars. So for the record, Sierra admitted that she contacted Safaree to help her secure her own Bitcoin account. However, the conversation turned into him bashing Sierra's then husband, that is Eric Whitehead, and of course telling her she should be with him instead. So Sierra showed past text messages of Safaree allegedly contacting her that day. Safaree also, by the way, also allegedly told Sierra to call him, prompting her to think that he wanted to talk about his split with Erica. So after Safaree becoming flirty, Sierra quickly ended the conversation. She showed that on the screen. Actually, there is a video we are working on, which we are going to show you where exactly things went wrong, and actually we'll show you Sierra Gates coming out to show all the text messages he exchanged with Safaree. However, personally for me, where I get things a bit wrong and where I do blame Sierra Gates is if you are friends with another person, you're not supposed to talk to their ex-boyfriend or husband or boyfriend. One, that's the rule. Then secondly, when something of that sort, something of that ilk happens, ex-boyfriend, a boyfriend of your friend actually contacting you, you have to let them know. Send them a message, call them up, and at least reveal what is exactly happening between you and the ex-boyfriend or the boyfriend of your friend. So this time around, Sierra Gates is actually coming out 3 weeks after all this incident happening. I don't blame Bambi. I will not blame Eric Mena for assuming that Sierra Gates was actually trying to lure the man, that is Safaree, into her soft. However, we are seeing now Sierra Gates coming out on record and setting the record straight that she is a very well married man. She does not do that HOE games. She is fully married and she's a very well-behaved person. Like you can see on the screen, that's her actually trying to share the messages they exchanged with Safaree. I don't know where this will head to, but of course we are going to be releasing another snippet, another video of actually Sierra explaining the officially launched beef between her, Bambi, and Eric Mena.